Hey Opportunists, it's Winter here playing Charity, the Tiefling Cleric. I just wanted to take a moment to thank you all for your patience, but we're back on track and have a lot of awesome things coming up for you guys. So thank you guys for coming back to join us for episode 22. This episode gets pretty intense, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do. We're so grateful for you guys coming back and continuing to support us. Don't forget to subscribe, and without further delay, enjoy the episode.
My name's Corey. Welcome to episode 21. I'm here with Group 1, and so let's go down the line this time. Let's start with Winter.
Hi, I'm Winter. I play Charity, the Tiefling Cleric.
So next is Red.
Hi, I'm Etta and/or Red, and I'm playing your lovable bard, Maggie.
All right, and Snubs.
Hey, I'm Snubs, and I'm your favorite human wizard, Sebastian Lunamoon.
Wolfie.
Hey, it's Wolfie, and I'm your lovable rogue, Sicarii.
And Zeek.
Hi, I'm Zeek. I'm playing the warlock Nia.
All right, guys. So when we last left off, the night before you guys had sat around the fire, Everett had discussed potentially going off on his own. Things being a little bit dangerous for everybody. He didn't want to put anybody in danger. But you guys reassured him that you're in this with the long haul for him. The next morning, you guys spoke with the gentleman who, him and his compatriots, were looking to kidnap Maggie. Only to find out that they really didn't know much about what they were doing, the plan itself. It really wasn't all thought through. And then not long after that, you guys had come to the realization that Edmund, his body is reaching a new boundary for magic, and it's thrown him into a sickness. Along the way, through most of this morning, you also ran into a new person, another tiefling, Nia. So Nia is traveling, it seems, first time on her own. She was with family, and now she's trying it out. So let's go ahead and we'll continue shortly after you get, Edmund into the cart. And if I wasn't mistaken, a spell had been cast on Edmund to stop him from feeling really, really crappy, which, concentration for up to 8 hours. And for Sebastian, this means that, he can't use any other concentration spells or this one will end. Yes, you guys are at your camp, of course. You have a sick boy on your hands. Maggie and Sebastian are right next to him. They're kind of making sure that he's feeling better. This spell goes off, and he kind of sits up pretty well. Although, it really doesn't change much for the state that he's in. You still see that the creeping crystallization of the coldness. What would you guys like to do?
Maggie's going to be staying close to Edmund for sure. She's very worried about him.
I say we head out.
Well, you also do have a new member here who just before last game walked down. She saw your man in shackles, of course. She introduced herself, and that there's kind of a limbo of is she going on her way or anything as well. I mean, where would also you be heading with him being sick? I mean, the closest town is the one you just left.
Sebastian's very occupied right now, and is so someone else needs to take the lead on this.
Okay, so wait, we still have our person. Okay, so
Yeah.
wait. Everett's
So the
taking that
guys,
person.
Everett is standing next to the guy who's tied up.
Okay.
Edmund is in the cart. Maggie and Sebastian are in the cart. Charity is next to the cart. Nia is right next to the horse. And Sicarii, you're standing right next to the fire that's kind of burning out.
Were we planning on taking our prisoner person?
Well, I mean, the town is right over there. We could just drop him off.
At the same time, you could also take the boy to a doctor.
He'll be fine. He just needs to wait it out.
Okay.
I specialize in fire magic, so if worst comes to worst.
Are we also... We're kind of forgetting the fact that Everett is not allowed in that town?
That's fine. You guys gotta do what you gotta do. That's a boy that's sick.
Look, Sicarii and Charity, though, you two can take the person to the town right quick, get a bounty reward, or we'll watch after Edmund, and as soon as you're back, we can head out.
I like that plan.
I do too, but my only thing is, how well do you think you can actually take care of him while we're out and about? Does he need to see a doctor? Does he not? Remember, non-magical, don't know this, don't understand it.
Oh, he just needs to... The magic just needs to take its course. As soon as it works its way through his system, he'll be back up and stronger than ever.
Alright, cool. I'm good with that then.
Are you completely sure about that?
I used to go through these fits when I was little. I just needed to wait it out.
So in other words, you're still not a complete professional. What I'm saying is that we still don't know for sure if that is what he's doing or what's going on with the boy.
Listen, I had fits where I've set the entire house on fire like this. Yes, I'm sure it'll be fine. The worst part was, mine, like I said, his is ice, he's lucky. Mine was fire and illusions.
I don't think lucky is the greatest thing to say. Either way, if we're continuing, let's continue. If we're dropping him off in town, let's drop this guy off. Neo, was it?
Yeah.
Where were you headed?
I mean, I was headed in that direction anyway, so I could just go with you guys.
Can Maggie do a medicine check?
Yeah, she could. Everett's gonna kind of make a cursory glance over to Charity. Of course, there seems to be something kind of on his mind. Almost like it feels like he might feel like something is being hidden. Not from him to you guys, but that the group knows something. Like, he raises an eyebrow and is like, oh, he gives you like, what are we gonna do kind of look.
Charity's gonna look back at him and be slightly confused by the look and just shrug a little bit.
He'll move one of his hands up and kind of make like a dangly fang.
Oh.
Sicarii's just gonna, you know how, she crosses one arm over her chest and the other, to hold her elbow, and she's, got her other hand on her chin, just thinking?
Mm-hmm.
What if we just let this guy go? He didn't do as much damage. He didn't gain anything. I mean, if anything, he just learned that we can kick his butt, and he's not gonna get Maggie. He's not gonna get ransom.
My biggest concern is just that he goes back and gets more of his bandit buddies and tells them where we were.
I mean, if he doesn't know where we're going.
He doesn't know where we're going. We can just leave him here and just go off, and he's not gonna know.
Oh, I'm gonna jump off the cart right quick and kind of pull the tiefling aside here. Charity. I think I'm picking up on what he's saying. When he's going like this, he means the guy that we're turning in saw the whole.
We'll have to figure out whether he understood what that meant, or whether he just thought maybe it was...
we're either sending a guy into town to tell everyone about the werewolf, or we're letting a guy out to lead a band.
We could always tell the gods if we bring him in that he's a crazy maniac who attacked us on the road.
Could just kill him.
Maggie's gonna speak up. Can you guys hear me now?
Well, hold on. Sicarii, you're not even close to that conversation.
No, she was just saying that out loud. Like, oh, we could also.
Oh, okay. Well, she would be sitting kind of right next to Everett, and Everett would kind of speak up. No, I'm not killing a man. At least not without effort or reason.
By the way, I got a 10 from a medicine check, Corey.
So with a medicine check of 10, I mean, physically, the boy is sick. But I mean, like, from the way he's sitting and everything like that, he seems fine. You know, like, it's just another day. I mean, maybe his brain's a little hazy, so, like...
Kind of like a head cold?
Yeah, kind of like he's not fully himself, but he's there. You know what I mean?
I mean, he is under the influence.
Okay, because Maggie was, like, running her fingers through his hair and, like, coming to him, trying to comfort him as much as she can. Because the last I knew that his head was on her lap or something like that.
Yeah, so he'd probably sit up and kind of scooch away a little bit. You just... God, you're worse than my mother.
Do you want me to talk to the guy? I think I could put a little bit of a scare in him to not say anything.
Honestly, I think just telling the gods he's a crazy maniac who attacked us on the road... Actually, wait, no, because they already know that they had an issue with the werewolf. Yeah, go ahead and try.
Alright then. Sebastian's gonna march his way over towards the criminal guy, the bandit guy. Hello there.
He is out cold.
Oh.
Yeah, he was awake earlier, but if we remember from the last time we played, as Edmund was getting sick and things were getting kind of fixed and figured out what was going to happen, he started mumbling, and Everett just hauled off and socked him one, which knocked him out.
I'm going to attempt to wake him up.
Okay.
After a series of shaking him.
All right. I'll say, he'll slowly rouse. He'll fix at his jaw a little bit. That freaking hurt.
Oh, well, good. I'm sure it was supposed to. So,
Right.
how you feeling?
Like crap on a stick.
Excellent. What do you remember about? I'm going to physically turn his head towards Everett. This guy.
What? I don't even know what that was. What? My tooth feels loose. Ah,
Oh, shit.
what's going on?
You were attempting to kidnap our friend, and I'm trying to convince everyone here not to execute you.
Sounds like something I did.
I don't think he remembers anything.
Oh no, I do. My head just hurts like a hell.
Well,
I don't think he was awake during that time when Everett was doing his thing.
Well then. So then, I have something to tell you. We're considering to let you go or turn you in for the reward money. Now, I'm going to let you decide. I'm going to poke his chest a bit when I say that. You can either let us turn you in for a reward, or we can let you go free. But if you choose that one, I'm going to put a curse on you that will make you never be able to hurt anyone again.
He's just gonna look at you. You know I'm not a complete moron. You realize that, right?
Prove me wrong.
That's a bit debatable.
Well, I do know that there isn't anything like that for a spellcaster of your magnitude.
You want to bet?
Yeah, I do. But I tell you what, I have no interest in following you or your friends. I want to get home. I want to put something on my jaw, and I want to sleep. So it's up to you. Whether or not you put me in jail and turn me in, there's still a bed. I'm still going to sleep. It just means food's free for a little while.
Well, that settles it. The one where we get gold is the winner. Let's turn him in, boys. And gals. Come on, then. And Sebastian's going to start kicking him up a little bit to stand up. Come on.
You don't have to.
I ain't gonna help you. What are you, silly?
I'm going to whisper to Sicarii, hey, do you got this so I can keep an eye on Edmund?
Yeah, why not? She's gonna pull him up by his arm.
Great, you can take the tieflings with you. I'll watch Edmund or
Edmund.
Do you mind maybe referring to them as people, not tieflings?
Well, tiefling are people.
How about, let's start with this. Let's go by names.
This is a losing battle. I'm just gonna take this guy. And I'm gonna walk with him.
I'm gonna put my hand on his chest. I'll decide that as I head back to the cart.
Wait, did you touch him?
Yes, I touched him.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. You're going to need to make a reflex.
I'll bring it on.
That is a 16 athletics.
What I need
Oh,
a
boy.
dex save?
Hmm?
What I need a dex save?
You would do either athletics or acrobatics, because this is basically a grapple.
Okay, athletics. That's a 9.
So he's just going to kind of grab your wrist. He's not twisting it backwards or anything like that, but this is a firm grip on you. Don't touch me.
I'm going to cast a spell on him.
Go ahead.
Reduce.
So you cause a creature or an object you can see within range to grow smaller for the duration. Choose either a creature or an object that is neither worn nor carried. If the target is unwilling, it can make a Constitution saving throw. On a success, the spell has no effect. If the target is a creature, everything it's wearing or carrying. Alright.
That means the other spell is off.
Wasn't thinking about that, but Sebastian's in the moment, yeah.
Yeah. He will shrink. It says he will change.
It says, like, from the thing, he'll, like, if he's 6 foot, he'll become 3 feet and 1/8 of the weight.
Alright, so yes, he will reduce to the size in which it states.
Care to try that again, little man?
When I'm done, I'm about to fucking kill you.
Don't worry, I'm coming back. I'm going to what I'm assuming is a very easy pull my arm out of his grapple.
Oh, at this point, he's already let go.
I'm going to keep him small for a little bit. Well, for the full 60 seconds.
And Maggie's gonna look at Sebastian and be like, "Why are you doing that? Why did you do that?
He challenged me.
He did not challenge you."
If I'd have challenged you, you'd be dead.
Oh, feisty.
As interesting as this conversation is, I'm taking our prisoner. Anyone want to join? Do so. If not,
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a good time for me to go too, so I'll come with you.
okay. On our way then. And she's gonna roughly pull prisoner person to follow.
Alright. Hey, he's just sitting there limp. He doesn't really care either way. You kind of get the feeling maybe he's been in prison before.
I mean, yeah, but still, I'm just like, I don't care for this. I'm now done. I just want to get out.
Yeah.
Same.
So he will be dragged back to town. So, of course, if that's what's going on, then you guys will have some time to go into town. It's going to take you a little while. So until then, we're going to stick with everybody who's currently at the camp. Charity is...
Charity went with Sicarii because I thought that was the plan.
So you three, Charity, Sicarii, and Nia will head back to town with the fugitive. Edmund, of course, sitting in the cart, is going to just... I don't know. It's kind of like he's hazy. He's there, but he's not. So he's not like his usual commentable self. there's definitely just not. There's a lack of energy. Best way to put it.
Can I quickly roll a history just to make sure that my advice was right about my experience with it?
You could attempt it. Yes.
Okay. Nat 20. So 25.
I mean, all the signs are there. You, from what you've dealt with, this is the most likely to you. Now, whether it's correct, a history, you've not studied, medicine. You've not studied healing or anything like that. So diagnosing something is not your forte. But this seems as what you think it is.
Okay, good. Yeah, he's still wrapped up in the bear pelt, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and his head's on my lap, so.
Yeah, okay then. Sebastian's just gonna watch carefully over him.
Maggie's just humming to him, trying to keep him comfortable and, just doing what she can to help him.
Okay. Everett will, once the spell is over, he will start packing his things up. You're going to notice that shortly after, Edmund is going to start shivering. Of course, his cold is back. He still, once again, does not feel amazing. So he'll just kind of lay back. His eyes will wean a little bit closed. And he'll just kind of... The best way to put it is, like, he's trying not to move, trying to save as much energy as he can.
Just go to sleep, child.
Now, normally he said something earlier about, not babying it, but at this point, he does not feel good. He's not arguing. He's not doing that usual, no, mom, stop it kind of thing. So with that, he'll kind of close his eyes and try to get some rest. Not shortly after, Everett will have finished packing. And he will start his way down the road in the opposite direction.
Where's he going? Watch Edmund for me. Unless you want to go.
Don't start anything. Are you going to promise me you're not going to start anything?
I'll be on my best behavior.
She just glares at him.
He's going to cheerfully march down the road.
I swear to God.
Everett will kind of peer over his shoulder, but he won't stop.
Oh, Everett!
He'll completely ignore you.
Well, I guess I'll run up and stand in front of him then.
As you get close, he will draw his hand axe, and he will turn around and he will face you with it at the ready.
I'm going to pull out my spell book. Oh, are we going to do this?
I don't take kindly to people throwing spells at me. Especially after you touched me to begin with.
I mean, you viciously grabbed me. I playfully shrink you.
You touched me unwanting.
Is Maggie seeing any of this?
Maggie would see this, yes.
Okay, Maggie's gonna put, slowly and as gently as she can, she's gonna put Edmund's head on, like, she's gonna wrap up, like, her, a coat or something, or a bag, and put it underneath his head, and she's gonna sprint over to them and try to step in between.
Maggie, stay over there, please. I need you to watch Edmund.
I'm going to stop both of you from doing something stupid.
There's nothing to stop here. We're just two men having a peaceful conversation.
This does not look like a peaceful conversation, Sebastian.
When Maggie comes over and you get in between the two of them, Everett will lower his weapon. He does not seem, at this point, at anywhere like he's threatening Maggie. It seems there is like a moment where he just does not want Sebastian around him.
Why are you over here? Why are you taunting him?
I'm not taunting him.
Everything voices to the contrary.
What? I came over here to talk to him. He threatened me with an axe, and then suddenly I'm the bad guy.
You shrank me to 3 feet.
You very toughly grabbed
You
my
touched me first to begin with, one, unwantingly, and I tried to tell you to touch, just to stop it. To remove your hand from my person, and in return you shrank me.
What is gotten into you, Sebastian? And what is this?
She's gonna wave her arms between the two of them.
Like, what is going on?
Your friend's gone power hungry. And with that, he will halt the hand axe. Listen, Maggie, it was great that you guys wanted to help me, and I thank you. But I think this is the time where I need to separate.
She's gonna look at him very like sorrowful because she's like she wanted to genuinely help him.
I don't think you should do that at all. It's most beneficial.
I don't think your word means much to me right now.
That's never happened before.
Well, there's a first for everything, I guess. With that, he'll reach a hand out to shake Maggie's hand.
Maggie's gonna sigh and she's just gonna be like,
Please be careful. Please.
and she's gonna shake his hand gently.
Don't worry too much about me. I'll be alright.
Sebastian is going to attempt to approach him. Listen, if I did anything to offend you, I do deeply apologize. I'm used to people always regarding my opinion to be like the highest order.
Maggie's gonna raise an eyebrow.
Listen, Sebastian, you've got some things to sort out. One is that you're not always right. People don't like to be touched sometimes. And just because you see people as some things, it doesn't mean that that's how they see themselves, nor how they value themselves. A tiefling, and I hate to say it in this day and age, that's a pretty fucked up way to talk to somebody.
I don't see how.
Because their entire lives they've been buggered by people. To you, you see them as demons. Everybody else see them as demons. They've been
Demons?
daunted in tracks their entire life.
Wait, do you think I'm insulting Charity by referring to her as a tiefling?
I do, and I'm pretty sure everybody else do.
To her, you are. To you, yes, that's normal. That's a normal term. Yes, we understand that that's normal for you, but your normal is not the normal for everyone else. And you need to realize that, my friend.
I'm saying as a sign of respect.
Okay, but I get that.
I
No,
don't think she sees it that way.
no, yes, that's fine for you. Like I just said, for you. But for everyone else, it does not work that way. And I mean, if you explain it to her, then maybe she'll be more relaxed when you say it. Because she knows you're not coming from a place of malice. But you need to explain yourself before you do things that are not normal.
You're talking to a desert dweller, or how am I supposed to know what's normal and what's not?
When people react badly.
Or maybe listen when people tell you it's not. Pretty sure that's not the first time you've been told to stop. Therefore, you're reluctant to change, which means you're not learning. So if you're not learning, how can you teach the boy? And Everett will motion over to Edmund. I'm not worried about them. I'm not worried about Maggie. I'm not worried about Charity. I'm more worried about what you're teaching him.
I'm teaching him about life.
In a very skewed way.
When you don't, but how can you teach about life when you can't even have a peaceful conversation with people without them wanting to kill you?
I see that as other people's problem. I'm talking to them in a sincere way. Like, I put everything out on the table. I don't hide anything. I don't see what's wrong with being completely honest.
Sometimes there's not. And Everett will, his demeanor at this point, it's been lessening and lessening. He's not aggravated as much because it seems that finally there is a conversation. There is a moment of, actually getting through to him a little bit. So, his demeanor is going to go from, I feel threatened to, okay, I'm starting to see this, but it still doesn't make me feel comfortable. And with that, he'll kind of shake his head a little bit. Well, Maggie, the day is still bright, and getting to that forest is going to take some time, so I'm going to have to go.
Maggie's gonna look at Everett and she's going to give him a hug. And she's gonna be like, I wish you all the luck in the world, and I'm really sorry.
As you thank Charity and Sicarii for me.
I will.
Keep an eye over both of them. And he's going to motion to both Sebastian and, of course, Everett as well. Like, both in the same term.
She's gonna nod. I'll keep as close as I can.
He'll give not really he'll give a slight smile, which will fade not too long after, and he'll turn and start making his way.
Maggie's gonna turn back around and she's just gonna go back to Edmund and put his head back on her lap as slowly and as gently as possible.
Okay. At this point, he's woken up again. Not like fully awake. He's just kind of like fiddling with the bear pelt a little bit, kind of tracing a finger over a sewed line where maybe you guys had cut into the bear or something. And he'll lay down with not a single problem. A little bit of loopiness. He might look up and go, "Hi."
Maggie's just gonna smile down at him and she's just gonna like rub her hand on his cheek a little bit and she's gonna be like, "Hello."
I heard birds.
Did you know?
Yep. And then he'll burp.
Okay. She's gonna kind of like lean back a little bit as if like, oh no.
Maybe a little missed, but not like a. Whoa,
No, I know, but I
you
mean,
know.
like, she's thinking he's gonna like, you know.
Oh yeah, he might. He might with the spells. But no, it's a light miss.
Okay.
You were good in your reaction, but it was.
Well, it
safe.
wasn't like she like completely like freaked out, like moved out of the way. She just like backed up a little bit, like her upper torso went back.
Yeah. Oh no, I completely understand what you
Okay.
mean. She leans back relaxingly, and it happens. Let's go ahead and cut away from you guys with everything that's happened, and let's go ahead and return back to the others, who 15 minutes of walking shortly after, you guys will reach the edge of town there, and there will be again 2 guards sitting out front. Although it looks as if maybe they've changed shifts, so it's 2 different gentlemen. One is about dwarf size, very stout, very long beard, nice and dark. And then the other gentleman is a little bit more on the slender side, short hair. Again, these guys are wearing very similar armor. And of course, the big white gate that surrounds the town also completes the scenery.
Charity's gonna like walk ahead of the group to come up to them, with a small wave, trying to be not threatening, and smile and go, "We have a gentleman here who attempted to attack us while we were making our way to the next town, and kidnap our friend."
The dwarf will step up, being what apparently the one in charge.
Okay. So he attacked you and wanted to kidnap your friend. Is he like a slaver?
I don't believe he's a slaver. No, just trying to kidnap.
No, he's just a local bandit.
Okay.
Had heard some news and tried something and failed, and we're turning him in. That's all we're doing.
Right, okay. Well, thank you. Let's see here. If they're not slaving, or mostly it's about a 10 gold reward normally. Right now, the coffers are a little low, and the captain's not in town, but I can offer 4 gold. At least as a thank you for keeping the surrounding area safe.
Works with me.
Yep, that's all good. We just want him out and away from
right.
everyone else.
Well, thank you.
He'll reach over, of course, handing out the 4 gold before or after reaching into his pocket and handing it out. From there, this dwarf, this rather small gentleman, burly nonetheless, will hoist this guy over his shoulders, and the gentleman, in order not to like drag his head against the ground, literally has to like tilt his head upward, just because of the sheer size difference of draping him over his shoulder. And they'll head back into the gate.
Before they turn around, Sicari's gonna be like, "Can I have my manacles back, please?"
I'm sorry, new recruit, Brian. Yeah, do you mind giving her the priest off the wall?
Sure. And he'll go over. There'll be like a small chest, and above it will be about 3 sets of manacles. And it's just behind the gate wall itself. It seems that they've got like some sort of outpost setup going on. So he'll grab a pair and hand them over to you. They're not worse than what you had. They're about the same type, except these might be made of like a little bit more darker metal.
All right, thank you.
I hope these will do.
Yep, these are just fine. Thank you.
All right. He'll actually give you this soft smile. I mean, the moment of maybe his eyes scanning for a moment.
Sicarii is just gonna be like, "Okay,"
Okay.
and walk away. She does not know how to interact. She's just always been like, "All right." No one normally likes the elf, so she's not used to having someone throw that type of attention. So she's like, "Cool," and okay, gonna turn and walk away now.
Okay, well, thanks for walking with me here. But I should probably go.
Well, why don't you stay and travel with us? Where are you headed?
I don't really know. I just kind of was going somewhere to go somewhere, you know?
Well, then perfect. Come explore with us. We only have half a direction anyway.
I don't know. I mean, you guys... I don't know if the rest of your friends really wanted me to come with you.
Oh no, trust me, Maggie would. Maggie loves new people. She likes having more people with us. Please join us. I'd probably do her.
We'd be happy to have another member. I'd love to have someone else around to help me cope with Sebastian.
Yeah, he doesn't seem very nice.
He's nice. He's just
In the right
not socially knowledgeable, or yes, in the right mind. But hey, if there are 2 of us, maybe we can knock some common sense into him about how he should treat other people.
Well, I mean, maybe. I don't know if I'm really good for that. Everyone just tells me that I'm really weird, so I could try.
Well, hey, we like weird.
And she would like really like perk up at that. Be like, oh, really? I mean, maybe I could travel with you guys for a little bit, I guess.
The elf behind you will smile. It's a pretty great offer too. Not many people do that. And he's gonna nod to Charity. May Aphrodite keep you all safe.
With the smile, she'll probably smile and like perk up a little bit at hearing the mention of her god and go, "And with you too, of course." And then like hold up her hand and give him a bit of a small blessing of Aphrodite.
Sakara's gonna be like, "Oh crap, you were listening? Oops."
He'll chuckle. So if you guys are maybe turning
Yes.
to head back,
I imagine so.
about 2 or 3 paces out, you'll hear the dwarf kind of clank back. Maybe a small comment of Romeo, and you'll hear like the clank of armor, like he's kind of punched his shoulder a little bit of giggling. As you guys continue back, you guys will soon find your way about 15, 16 minutes later back at the camp. And there you will see Edmund, you'll see Maggie, you'll see Sebastian, but no Everett.
Where is Everett? She's gonna like direct towards Maggie, just kind of ignoring Sebastian for now.
He left.
What? And then she's gonna turn to Sebastian and just like he is trying to be like, what did you do?
Oh, yeah, he left.
And my point still stands. What did you say?
I didn't say anything. We had a bit of a tiff, and then we had a bit of a heart-to-heart, and then he left.
Man, he was starting to grow on me. Oh well, you win some, you lose some.
Anyway, shall we head out?
Maggie's gonna rub the bridge of her nose, by the way.
Head where now?
That's a good question. That's a good question, as Sebastian's going to pull out his map.
Well, since we have more free time now, apparently, there's always that cave with the dude. We could figure out what's going on there and maybe deal
I really
with
don't
that.
think we should do that.
That sounds like someone else's problem.
Not necessarily that, but he just...
With the way things go with us, I have a feeling we might unleash him upon the world, and I'm not ready to deal with that right now.
Should we at least go and try to seal the cave so no one else can wander in there?
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, sure.
Sicarii, do you agree?
I mean, yeah. I was just gonna say let's try and get back, meet up with Everett, but I guess that works too. Besides, I have to walk with the horse because no one else can drive it.
And I got to stay with Edmund.
Alright, well then, let's head back towards the cave and see if we can seal it.
Yeah, I think that would be the best idea. Just so that he doesn't get out.
Sounds good. Sicarii, lead the wagon over there, please.
Okay, she's gonna take the reins to the horse and start leading it because she's not getting it on that wagon whatsoever.
As we're rolling, Sebastian's going to kick his feet up and pull out his book of magic history and just start reading to Edmund.
Okay. Edmund's about half able to pay attention. It's not that he's not interested. It's soothing to him. It does seem that, but it's hard to say whether he's actually getting anything out of it, knowledge-wise.
I mostly try and keep him occupied.
Yeah, well, of course. Yeah. I just meant like I'm sorry. When I do say things like that, it's not that I'm questioning your guys' choice. I'm just laying that out there. I'm sorry if that does that seem kind of like what I'm doing? I just want to
I don't think so.
ask the group.
There's only so much you can
I just wanna
describe
make
with
sure.
words.
Okay. So, as you guys read on, the full group, right? Sicarii, Maggie, everyone. You guys are kind of backtracking to see if you can find that cave again. So Nia, what you're going to realize is that they're going to, turn around again back towards Whitegate, and kind of start making their way. Although this is a little bit off the beaten path. But again, they're heading almost right back towards Whitegate.
So are you which way are we? Are we going back this way again?
Kind of, sorta.
Only for a short little while. We're just gonna go fix a little issue that we encountered earlier while we were headed here. There was something in a cave that we went exploring in, and we don't want anyone else exploring the cave.
What if somebody explored the cave between now and then, and you're about to lock them in the cave?
I might go in with someone else who's willing and just make sure that they're alright, that there's no one in there.
What was in the cave?
I'll volunteer.
A very, very wicked, wicked man.
I'd prefer anyone else.
Oh yes, that's
than
not
you right
the
now,
most
Sebastian.
educated man about magic.
I know a little bit about magic. I could come with you.
If you'd be willing, Nia, that would be nice. It would be nice to get to know
Sure.
you.
Should be fun.
So, sorry. As you guys make your way back, if I could have whoever is directing, or whoever's basically taking the lead, roll me kind of just a history. See if you guys can remember to stumble upon where it was that you guys had crossed this.
That would be Sicarii.
We're doomed. I'm kidding.
Wow, okay, thanks.
I mean, she's
Glad to know you have
plus
so much
2.
faith in me.
Well, you're leading.
That's a 10.
Gosh.
I'm just playing. I love you.
So mean to me.
So Sicarii, as you make your way around, you come across the place basically where you remember it. The problem is it's not here.
Okay, I didn't do it. I am not a magic user. I have no clue where it's at.
Maggie's eyes are gonna.
It was here last. I don't know. I didn't do it.
Maggie's eyes are gonna widen. It's gonna be like, where did they go?
Is it not here?
Are you sure you went the right way?
Can I roll an investigation or something? Any kind of check to see if there's anything around that would indicate that it had the ability to move, or that it was there at one point?
Sure, you can roll a quick investigation.
Could I also give an Arcana? See, is there any magic here?
Sure.
Oh.
So that's a 17
22 for
my
Arcana.
investigation.
22 for Arcana. Investigation. I mean, you see your tracks from earlier. This is indeed kind of a place where you would assume that you guys had went to. However, the tracks that lead, or would have led, farther into the cave system, they stop at a certain point, and you see your footprints lead back out again. But basically, where the hole should have been it's gone. With the 22 for Arcana, it doesn't seem that. I mean, there's no sigils or anything like that. Whatever this was definitely magic of some sort, but you can't tell what it may have been that triggered your guys' ability to find it. Whether it was him wanting you to find it, whether it was your guys' luck, maybe, the stars just aligned perfectly, but you can't tell what has happened.
And Charity will sigh, seeing the footprints, and I'm assuming she's able to deduce that it's just gone now, and she'll probably sigh and go, goddamn magical bullshit.
Doesn't seem gone. We're not meeting some kind of requirement for the entrance to let us in. I don't know what requirements we met last time, but we're obviously not meeting them again.
Well, now where are we going?
Crap, what was that? What was the name of the village Edmund wanted to visit? I'm gonna write that down as soon as you tell me.
Okay. You could. What I was going to say is you could ask him.
He is so loopy right now. He could tell us La La Land for all we know.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go a history check about that. If that's all right.
All right.
Nat 20.
You can recall that a couple days ago he mentioned a place called Hazel.
Well, we could always head by Hazel. That's where Edmund wanted to go.
Crystalbrook is on the way to Hazel, and I mean, last I heard, ignoring what we heard from, the guy, that the amulet was in Crystalbrook, or possibly could have been.
Oh yeah, we can go by Crystalbrook first.
So if you guys are heading towards Crystalbrook, it's going to take you a bit of a ways. This trek could potentially take you a while. So if we're doing this by day, let's see here. About 30 miles per day is what you can cover.
Does the only two of us are really walking help at all?
I mean, you guys could travel a little bit quicker with the cart. I would still say it would probably take you about a week to get to Crystalbrook.
Oh boy.
Probably another 2 to 3 weeks to get to Hazel.
Oh, well,
Well,
because you would have to either go around Broomalake or cut through it.
well, we don't have anywhere else to go. Why don't we do it?
Yeah, I'm up for Crystalbrook. Give Edmund some time to heal up before he goes to where he needs to be.
I mean, and Maggie's really worried about, obviously, her family, but there's no point in going back to the desert, so. She's just going to follow everybody else.
You did send a letter out, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And you still, it's not been too long, so I would take it, it's not, anything of her worries right now that, you haven't received any word back.
Okay.
But then again, you guys, did we decide whether or not you guys had actually gotten like a return address or told them where to send their letter if they wish to return?
No.
Okay.
It's like one of those messenger birds that just say, "Hey, emergency, send help." To where?
Yeah, to where?
I think we established that Maggie just kind of forgot in her worry.
Yeah. All right. Well, so you guys will are you taking a couple minutes? Or are you moving on from this? I know we've been, kind of chilling around this area for a while. But I mean, are we Sorry,
I have a bad habit of interrupting, but I'm fine with just heading out now, unless anyone else wants to do something.
Yeah, no, Maggie will head out because she just wants to get this poor boy's sickness over with.
Okay. So, here's what we're going to do. Let's see here. You guys are going to have about a week, starting now, to your basic trek. It could take longer depending on what you run into, but give me a quick roll. Somebody do me a 1d100, and let's kind of see, what's got in store for you on this journey.
Can I do it?
Sure.
Yeah.
That is a 55.
It's a 50. Yeah, no, I was about to say it's.
So as you guys are making your way down the path, of course, you guys will find the road again, and you'll be traveling down and just making your way. the road soon turning into dirt, a few trees here and there passing you along the way. The temperature's not so bad. It's not incredibly hot, but with the sun, it's not really helping. You get a nice breeze every now and then as the grass sways in the wind. And as you're going down the way, it's going to take you 3 to 4 hours before you even see any hint of other living forms of some kind. And down the road is going to be 3 living forms on a cart, which is being pulled by a donkey. Now, each of these are rather small and green. They're roughly, I would say, probably about a half a mile, just barely in your line of sight off in the distance.
Have I seen anything like this before in my travels through this area?
I mean, most people would have at this point. I mean, there's a couple of speculations.
Okay.
One, it could be, a group of gnomes, potentially. It could be goblins, of course. It could be, any particular type of smaller humanoid creature, but they're traveling on a cart, so that signifies maybe they have produce or some kind of good or service, maybe, or maybe they stole it. But they are humanoid, so there's a plethora of things that they could be.
Okay, so there's nothing like known in this area, though. Kind of more what I was getting, like a.
Not really anything that
Okay.
would strike out in your mind. Not like anybody, whispered along the road, like, "Hey, watch out for these guys."
Yeah, this place is
Right.
known for the green midget bandits.
You never
Oh
know.
my god. Did I just hear that correctly? The green midget bits.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god.
sorry.
No, it's okay. Just the name.
They're called the Halfling Hoarders. Thank you.
Okay, that's better.
So you guys kind of, they are still traveling. So they are making their way towards you as you guys are making your way towards them. You might reach them in roughly 20 minutes or so, maybe 22, roughly, give or take. Do you have any option to change the course, stay the course?
Should we talk to these guys, or I'm open to seeing what they're about.
I say we just continue forward.
I agree with Sicarii. I do not particularly wish to talk with
Okay,
these
well, I'm going to be
people
nice and
just
still
in
say
case.
hi as we pass by. But that's it.
Of course.
Yeah, Maggie's just gonna be focusing on Unmund. I'm sorry, I know she keeps doing the same thing, but she's so worried about this boy. I'm not kidding.
So as you guys continue down this road, the 3 forms will eventually start getting features. These people, or humanoids, will be about the size of a goblin, and as you get closer, the figures start to give more detail. These are, of course, 3 goblins, 2 males and 1 female. The female driving the cart, as the 2 males sit closer into the back and kind of, it seems like they're doing inventory with a few things in the back. It looks like maybe a couple of bottles of some liquid. It looks like parchment of some kind, and a couple of crates. These gentlemen are country boys, so they look. So they're wearing like the whole attire of ruffled up shirts and dirt, of course, kind of leading most of it. And then the female who is driving is, of course, in this like lovely dress. It's not fancy, but it's not bad. And she's got the tips of her hair dyed blue. The other gentleman that is in the cart as well is bald headed. His long ears kind of poking out with a nice earring at the bottom of it, and he's wearing kind of like a brownish and a white shirt with boots. But these boots aren't matching. One's smaller than the other because one goes up probably about to his kneecap, and the other one goes around ankle height.
Fashion choice.
And as you guys get closer, the female will wave, and the two gentlemen will look up, and they'll wave as well. As you guys get closer, they will kind of slow down. They don't anticipate you guys maybe wanting to talk. But they'll give you guys most of the road because, of course, two carts can't really pass safely at the same time. These roads are a little small.
Sebastian will nod and wave.
If I kind of like try to peek really hard into their cart to kind of see what they maybe had, would I be able to do that?
Sure, you can make a perception.
I'm not particularly perceptive.
Well, I mean, wow.
Oh,
With
hey.
a -1, you would have rolled an 18, so that gives you a 17. In their cart seems a mixture of wares. Of course, they have clean parchment to be sold. In the crates, it's a little bit harder to see what's in them, although one will be kind of cracked at the bottom, and you can see the rough outline of basically potatoes. And the bottles are a mixture of, it looks like wine, maybe some rum, and of course, maybe a few potions, it seems.
Okay, so nothing that would be of particular interest to Nia then.
Probably not. But as you guys go and start to pass them, one of the gentlemen, the younger male, brown hair, kind of tied up a little bit in the back, his ears a little bit shorter, but with slight protruding bottom jaw tusks. No, well, not really tusks, more like fangs. He'll kind of smile. Hi.
Well, howdy there.
Sicarii-
Oh, sorry, go on.
Oh, Sicarii was just gonna nod her head, kind of like wave her hand type thing, like, okay, hi, and continue going.
Seeing that you're mostly not interested in talking, he'll look towards Sebastian, who he's been kind so far. He's waved hello, nodded.
Like, the cart's not even stopping passing each other. Sebastian's gonna flick him a silver. Hey, can I get a potato?
He'll smile, wide grin, and toss you one. You guys aren't heading towards Broom Lake, are you?
Maggie's gonna wave a little bit and then be like, yes?
Be a little careful. From what I heard, some people have found a cross around the borderline of the lake. It seems they've claimed another person.
Maggie's gonna look between the group like, what the hell?
I'm sorry, friend. Would you mind explaining that a little more?
He'll look to the others who they're not upset with the fact that he's talking to you, but they're impatient. Like, come on, and he'll just kind of give him like a general motion, like, give me a second, and he'll turn back to you guys. He goes, yeah, you guys know there's a monster in Bruma Lake.
Well, yes, of course.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's just off of Crystal Brook. It seems to have claimed another person.
At this point, Sicarii is gonna stop, noticing everyone's engaged, so she's just gonna pull the cart to the side and be like, okay, we'll talk. That's like, she's just like, alright, I thought we were continuing. Never mind.
I'm sorry, that's really funny. Okay. Just puts the cart down.
Well, thank you for the warning. We'll be sure to steer clear of the riverside. Try to stick closer to town.
I'd hate to see another person get lost to that dang old freaking beast. So one traveler to another, and he'll kind of nod and give you like a small 2-finger salute.
Well, you'd think people would learn not to try to mess with it.
You'd figure, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, have a good one.
You too, of course. Blessings of Aphrodite be with you.
And Moradin be with you.
After we're out of earshot, Sebastian's going to turn to the group. So, you think there's a big reward for killing that thing?
I do not want to touch that thing.
Maggie's gonna look at Sebastian and be like, I'm not going to die.
It's
Again.
just a thought. We're just talking here.
At this point, Nia would look over at you and be like, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Maybe after we have explored for years, even then you'd be hard pressed to kill it. But I'm sure if you managed to, you would be a legend.
Really?
But you can't.
Edmund will kind of peek up. I could do it. I'd send a pew.
That's the spirit.
That's nice, sweetie. Maggie's gonna like pet his head, like, shh, go to sleep.
I taste purple.
You what does that mean, Sebastian? He says you taste purple.
That's a
You think it's
wizard thing.
hilarious?
It's a wizard thing. It's very common.
Oh, so he's
Sicarii-
delirious.
Sicarie's just kind of chuckling to herself listening to all this.
I'm tasting blue right now.
Oh god.
Maggie's just gonna look up very confused, but she's gonna be like, oh, okay.
Interesting, because I don't believe I have ever tasted a color, and I am also magic.
Well, that's because you're not. That's just because you're not a wizard.
Right.
So Edmund is going to make this comment. He'll be relaxing for a moment, and as the cart starts up again, of course, because you guys would have finished your conversation, I'm sure, Sicarii would get you guys moving. There will be a bump, and it will unsettle his stomach.
Oh no.
To the point where he's going to sit up.
Oh no.
He's going to look directly at Snub's shoe,
Okay.
and he's going to hurl all of the berries from last night, just all over your foot. And for a moment, it's going to kind of ooze a little bit, and then it's going to freeze and stick your foot to this cart.
Maggie's just sitting there, like, with that stunned look on her face, like, I don't know what just happened.
I'm sorry.
And then, are you okay? She's gonna grab a handkerchief from her waist, and she's gonna pat his mouth and like try to clean him up a little bit.
He's actually gonna look to Sebastian almost as if he's afraid of what he might do.
It's fine. I've been through worse colds. And Sebastian's going to go back to reading the book of the history of magic, which, by the way, he's spoken up a bit. He started reading a bit louder so that Sicarii could hear it in the front.
Okay.
Sicarie's very, very, very well in ignoring things. So she's now ignored you.
Maggie's just trying to calm Edmund down. She's just like, it's going to be okay. She's just gonna wipe his mouth and tell him to blow his nose and give him some water to drink.
Don't coddle the boy.
What?
He will be a little confused for a moment, like he didn't get yelled at, he didn't get hit, he didn't get slapped. So there's like this moment of, okay, maybe I'll get it later. But as time goes on, he'll be kind of taken care of by Maggie, and then of course that comment will come out from Sebastian.
What did he say exactly?
Don't coddle the boy.
Maggie's just gonna glare at him as she keeps washing his mouth up a little bit.
He'll be a strong, independent wizard one day. He'll get through this just as I did.
I know that he will. Doesn't mean I can't be kind.
For now, he is a child, and therefore he could use the help of an adult to clean him up and take care of him while he's sick, like I would hope that the rest of you would do if one of us were sick.
I've cleaned him up every single time he's vomited.
Maggie's gonna raise an eyebrow as she is clearly cleaning his face right now.
Oh, is he messy? Prestidigitation to unsoil him.
Already done though.
Yeah, I mean, he'll snap. Nothing much will change, but maybe his breath might smell better.
That's nice for Maggie, because Maggie's the one that's closest to him right now.
So this road is probably been traveled once or twice before with you, right, Nia? So I mean, you've traveled with your family, doing trades and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say you would be sticking kind of close to, Sicarii, maybe helping, maybe lead the way, or are you taking a back seat on this one?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially if Sicarii is kind of like walking up there by herself, which it sounds like. She would kind of come up and maybe point out shortcuts if she knew, or like up ahead there's going to be like a the road gets kind of crappy or whatever it is.
Okay. Would Sicarii listen, or is it kind of what she would usually do, and nod, acknowledge, but do her own thing?
Kind of a mixture of both. Like inside, she's like, "Yay! Finally, someone doesn't want to know about me. I like this." And so she's gonna definitely listen intently to what you're telling her about the road for later knowledge.
So, guys, with this entire journey, with everything that's happened with Everett, with Edmund, you guys had a good night's sleep beforehand. Scuttles, mostly for the most part, has gone under the radar. He's hiding in kind of one of the cushions. He's kind of chewed out a little
course he
hole in
has.
the nest.
Of course, he is.
But the group travels onward to Crystalbrook, a week adventure of God knows what, with the stories of something already terrible happening, kind of where you're headed. How does that put you guys as far as what you expect?
Maggie's worried, honestly, because they have a sick boy on the trip, and that doesn't help. And then with the way things are morally between them, like morality wise, it's very low right now with everyone because everybody seems to be at each other's throats. So Maggie's just worried she's worried about everything.
Yeah. Do you guys and I know Nia's new. Nia, with everything that's happened, how's this affecting along the journey? Because you guys will have hours to just walk next to each other. Is this tension being felt?
I mean, I think that Nia can definitely tell that something's going on, but she's fairly oblivious, and no one's being like mean to her or like picking on her or calling her strange. So she's pretty pumped. Doesn't really notice that everybody seems to feel uneasy or uncomfortable, and is just kind of like, wow, these people are so great. Maybe I have friends.
Speaking of that,
My heart just shattered.
Sebastian is going to try to have a talk with her at some point along the way, given Charity his spot on the cart for this.
Well, nah, Charity's good just trailing behind the cart. I mean, she'd smile and thank you for the offer, but...
So then, other Tieflin.
Oh God. Maggie's gonna look at Sebastian and be like, "Didn't we just talk about this?"
Overheard you saying earlier you know a bit about the magics.
Yeah, my mom was pretty into magic, and I've recently acquired some myself.
Acquired? Are you a wizard?
No.
Acquired.
I'm sorry, but Sicarii is slightly laughing just at that answer.
What exactly are you then?
Oh, I'm a warlock.
Warlock? Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
And, in what regard?
Oh, well, I found this, and she's gonna pull, kind of like from the scabbard on her back, she'll pull out a sword, a very fancy looking sword, that kind of has a crescent moon for the hilt, and looks kind of like a bunch of crescent moons kind of like all stacked on top of each other, so it's not like a full metal blade like you would normally see. So she kind of pulls that out and says, well, I found this, and, now I can do magic.
Out of character, I think I know what this is. Can I give an Arcana check about what kind of warlock she's what atonement she has?
You can make an attempt. I would say that because you're mostly a wizard, I'd say you probably wouldn't have a great chance. So I would say probably -2.
Okay, -2. That makes it 13.
Okay. I mean, the story kind of stacks up with some things that you have read about wizards, but you can't pinpoint exactly, the kind of magic that she studies, what it falls under, or anything like that. But it seems to align with a lot of stories that you've heard of how they gain their magic, or just one day they just randomly come upon something, or they make a deal, but nothing particular.
Do you know at all who you're attuned to?
I don't know what that means.
The source of your magical power.
Oh, no. I just... It's, I guess it's kind of weird and complicated. It's actually kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Because I'm not sure.
Well, I do love warlock magic.
So it seems pretty great so far.
So much cleaner to deal with than clerics or paladins.
That seems like a weird thing to say, so I'm not sure what that means.
Usually when it comes to their kind of magic, there's all kinds of deities getting involved. A lot of strings attached.
So you don't think that my magic has strings attached? Because I was, honestly a little worried about that.
Typically, from what I know, warlocks make their magic their own. I mean, their source of magic is from someone else or something else, but typically, wherever they want their magic to be, they make it that.
Oh, well, that's kind of a relief. That's good to know.
Not quite as clean as wizard magic, though, but I could see why people do it.
Zeke, would you mind doing me a perception while you guys are moving?
Sure. Let's see how this one goes. Yeah, that's more accurate. It's a 2.
Okay, so you probably won't notice that. Along the path you guys are going to pass, and every so often you guys small things here and there, forks or utensils that people have left behind while camping, maybe something that's fallen out of a cart. Upon coming up upon something, you guys find a little tin cup. It's got a little handle. It is colored with a speckle of blue and white about it.
Do I notice this or I don't notice this?
I would say you wouldn't. I would say, however, Sebastian and Maggie, or no, Sebastian and Sicarii, give me a roll. You two would be the closest that would probably have the best shot of maybe seeing this.
4.
So you won't see it.
Sebastian's too indulged in his own talkings about magic.
Sicarii with an 11 will notice the can. And
Camp?
it's like a drinking cup.
Oh, okay. I heard camp. I was like, what?
No. Sorry, I meant to say can, but it's more of a cup. It's a blue and white speckled drinking cup.
Okay. Is it in? Well, no, never mind. It's not in reach because I didn't notice it. I don't know what to do. I don't know if it's magical, and I don't want to touch it if it's magical.
I mean, would it even really register as something?
No, that's true. Well, am I in distance? Like, am I able to just?
Yeah, you see it. It's maybe
lean over and pick it up as we're still
you
walking?
can.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna do that then. Sakara's just gonna lean over, pick it up, kind of inspect it as she's still walking, ignoring that whole conversation of magic.
Okay. So you pick it up. It's a bit dusty. It's got some of the dust from the trail on it, but all in all, it seems to be a pretty decent drinking cup.
Just kind of just like turn it over, look at it, and be like, all right, cool.
When you turn it over, liquid will pour out of it.
You cut out liquid will pour out of it?
Yeah, liquid will kind of pour out of it a little bit.
What color is this liquid?
Oh, it's clear.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it was just water.
She's gonna kind of be like, I could have sworn there was nothing in here, but I could be wrong, so okay.
What would you like to do with it after?
Oh, she can't put it in her bag because she's still got to walk, so she's just gonna hold it in her hand, continue walking.
Well, I mean, she could necessarily, kind of walk up to the side of the cart as it's moving, pull her backpack off, set it in the cart, and kind of go through it while she's still walking. I mean, it's not that complicated. If you wish to put it in your bag, you can.
I mean, I guess, but I'm pulling the cart too because I got the horse.
Well, I mean, then if you...
I'm just thinking, sorry. Just like envisioning. She's holding on
That's fine.
to the reins of the horse. She's got a cup.
Okay, yeah, so you're just holding on to the cup. That's cool.
Yep.
So guys, if this is kind of our journey so far, so I think this is a good place to end it for the night. We've set off on a new destination. We have, kind of a new lead, what the group is doing. We've said goodbye to a friend or enemy, maybe a mixture of both, maybe somewhere in between, a gray area. And, we have a new heading. Alrighty, everybody. That's a wrap for the night. I will see you next game.
My name is Winter and I play Charity, the Tiefling Cleric. I just want to say thank you so much for listening to the episode, and I wanted to ask what you guys think about Everett leaving. If you have a moment, leave a comment to us, and please follow us and subscribe to our iTunes, Podbean, and Google Play at opportunityroll.podcast@gmail.com. And if you wish to level up, head over to our Patreon and check out some cool magic swag we have waiting for you. If you want to interact with us some more or see more stuff that we're doing, go check out our Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube at Opportunity Roll. And if you want to contact us or ask us any questions, you can reach us at opportunityroll.podcast@gmail.com. We'd like to thank Purple Planet Music as we use their site for all of our music, and we'd also like to thank Kobold Press as we use some of their monsters from the Tome of Beasts to keep everyone on their toes and enjoying the game. So one more time, just thank you guys so much for returning and continuing to support us. And remember, keep your opportunities open.